valve covers are valve covers, right? Everybody knows what a valve cover is. There's a bunch of different types. There's talls, there's short, depending on what you want and how you want it to look, depends on what valve cover you go with. But most people can't get a valve cover to seal to save their life. And there's a couple of tricks to it. So I'm gonna clue you in. We're gonna get through it real quick. There's 3 things you wanna make sure you do. What's going on, everybody? I know, we want more big block content, right? In the Chevelle? Not today. We are still waiting on parts. But I did get some parts in that were supposed to be for the Chevelle. Again, there's that big block. Here's what we got. Not gonna work. Not going to work. These are small block valve covers. These actually came in the week before the small block got destroyed in the big block. Oh, what did I just say? They came in the week before the small block got screwed up in the car, and since we have decided to put the big block in there, we're not going to have a need for putting these fancy new valve covers. Yep, look at them. Oh, I can see myself in the reflection. Fantastic. I know you're wondering how, because I'm not looking at it. Well, I can see it on the camera. Anyway, these are fabricated aluminum valve covers made by FlaShark, and they sent these out to me to give a test, and I was more than happy to oblige. I thought we'd be putting them on the small block in the Chevelle, but with everything that's happened, that's not going to happen. Instead, I get to put them on my wagon. Brand new parts for the wagon. That doesn't happen very often. This usually gets the handy-down parts. So, you may have already noticed there is a gasket already stuck to the valve cover. So the reason I'm going to make this video, valve covers are valve covers, right? Everybody knows what a valve cover is. There's a bunch of different types. There's talls, there's short, depending on what you want and how you want it to look, depends on what valve cover you go with. But most people can't get a valve cover to seal to save their life. And there's a couple of tricks to it. So I'm going to clue you in. We're going to get through it real quick. There's 3 things you want to make sure you do. 1, I can't show you on these valve covers because I already put the gasket on it. But you want to make sure that the bottom of the valve cover is square and flat or straight, however you want to do it. An easy way to do that is take a metal ruler like this little guy. Yep. And you just put it on that edge and you look for spots that aren't flat. Now, fabricated aluminum valve covers like these ones by FlaShark, which if you're interested in these, I'll put a link down below if you want to check them out. They're pretty reasonably priced and pretty nice pieces, I might add. Anyway, typically the flange on the bottom of these is pretty straight. As long as they were fabricated decent. These ones by FlaShark, right on the money. The flange was nice and straight, no worries there. On stamped valve covers like these crusty old Morosos that I took off of here, that little flange tends to get bent because people over tighten them. And because they think, oh, my valve cover's loose, it's leaking, so they tighten it some more and it bends it right along. I'll make this more clear. So what happens is the valve cover starts leaking and people tighten the bolt up on these, which just sits right here, thinking that the valve cover's loose. But actually what they've done is they've over tightened it and it gets bent in it. Gets a bend. Let's see, are these ones straight? These ones are pretty straight. I haven't wrecked them. But what can happen is that gets over tightened and the gasket bends it here and here, and it's bent down, and you end up with no pressure on your gasket right here through the middle or around the back because it's bent here where the bolt goes. Ultimately, the more you tighten it, the more it leaks and the more frustrating it gets. So here's how you fix that, all right? Don't over tighten your valve covers. Seems pretty straightforward, right? People do it all the time. Over tighten them, wrench it way down. Nope, 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 don't over tighten them. It's just a nice snug tight and that's it. All right, that's the first thing. Don't over tighten them. That's how you get them to not leak. 2, the valve cover gasket moves out of the way. It slides off to the side, it moves over, gets out of the way. It's not being pinched by the valve cover. Why is that? Well, because people don't glue them down. Now you'll notice that on my Morosos, there's no valve cover gasket glued to it because, well, I didn't glue them. It's that simple. But I did go ahead and glue them on my new valve covers because, well, I don't want them to leak. And with these fabricated ones, there's not an edge there that's actually going to help hold the gasket in place. A good stamped valve cover like these Morosos, which actually are pretty good valve covers, you might be able to see there's a little bit of a lip to the outside. That helps keep the gasket from wanting to walk out from underneath the valve cover. But if you glue them, you don't have that problem. You might be asking, how do you glue them? You're going to use something like this. This stuff right here, it's made by Permatex. It is high tack gasket sealant. Basically, this is it's kind of like rubber cement, except for use on automotive stuff. You put it on one time, this is some super sticky stuff. It cures up, that gasket's gonna stay no matter what. You do want to apply it to a clean surface, so make sure you clean the edge of the valve cover, the flange, before you put it on there. And then you put your gasket on there, and you give it a little while to set up. Once it sets up, it's not going nowhere. The gasket becomes one with the valve cover. That's going to help keep it from walking out to the side and letting oil go by. So that's tip number 2. And here's tip number 3. Right before you go to put this valve cover on there, 1, make sure you've cleaned up that flange where the gasket's going to sit, so it's got a nice prep surface that's ready to go. And then take a little bit of grease. This is generic, good old-fashioned grease. And you're going to take a little bit of that on your finger, and you're just going to put a light skim coat on this gasket. You want to know what that's going to do? This is going to keep this gasket from actually sticking to your head, and it's going to create a nice moisture barrier between the gasket and the head that'll ultimately make it so your engine doesn't leak oil out of your valve covers. Seems pretty simple, right? But if it was that simple, why isn't everybody doing it? I don't know. Anyway, let me grease this thing up real good. Again, like I said, light skim coat, nothing excessive, all the way around the gasket, and then send it on home. Now you notice, I just put an extension on my little driver there and turned it like a screwdriver. No ratchet, don't over tighten. That's the big one. That'll get you every time. Doesn't look half bad, right? All right, let's recap. Glue your gaskets. High-tack gasket sealer works great by Permatex. 2, grease that surface between the gasket and the head. It'll make a difference. 3, don't over tighten. Like a screwdriver, good snug, and do it in a crisscross pattern. That's number 3. I got a bonus tip for you. Tip number 4, stop wasting your money on steel core gaskets and silicone gaskets. Spend the $15 or $16, whatever it is. Good old Felpro 1603. It's a cork rubber gasket. No special liner, no fancy silicone. They seal, they work every single time if you follow those 3 simple steps. Don't over tighten them. Glue them to the valve cover. Grease them between the head and the gasket. It's a winner. We'll see you guys on the next one.